Alright guys, so here we are. It's the final. 61 players showed up today to battle Standard. After 6 rounds of Swiss, we cut to the top 8, and after those matches, it's just the 2 players you see in front of you. On the left, Dane Looman, we've seen him in each of the feature matches so far in the top 8. And he's squaring off against Jason Dewitt's mono red deck, which is basically the mono red deck you would expect, with the differences being he's playing 2 copies of Purphoros in the main, as well as 2 Chandra Pyromaster, and does not play. He's playing the Fanatic of Malgus, but does not play Fire Drinker Satyrs.
Correct.
So Azorius Charm takes out
The Hasty Zealot, which is back for more action.
And Jason Dewitt is stuck on 2 lands.
Yes.
So,
Which meant he kept a 1-laner because he played the first land right off the top of his deck.
yeah.
So
the old Miracled Mountain.
Sometimes you get there.
That's a tell.
I think the Magic Gods are more prone to help red decks because they feel sorry for them.
I don't know. Dane's run really good today. I think he's played his deck well, but he's also run pretty good. So after the verdict, we're going to see a Chandra's Phoenix.
A lot of hasties. Hate seeing kids in skinny jeans running. It's not even running, it's like hopping.
And that tidbit's brought to you from Michael Robinson. That's free of charge right there.
You know what really grinds my gears?
So if we verdicted an Ash Zealot, then that can mean one of 2 things: that your hand is full of removal, or your hand has no removal. There's usually not just one more removal spell with your verdict. Like, if you have a moderate amount,
you're going to use your other removal spell before you pull the trigger on the verdict against a one creature draw out of your opponent.
Yeah, either that or he has double verdict.
Charming. He's a charming man.
So Azorius Charm buys him some more time by getting rid of the Chandra's Phoenix. And we're on Dane's turn 6, and he's only taken 6 damage so far. He's going to be pretty excited about where he's at. He is missing his 6th land. In his hand we see an Elspeth, a Syncopate, and a Detention Sphere, and a 4th card that I can't quite make out. So there is the Chandra's Phoenix we knew about. It's going to be the Syncopate, which is going to answer us for the duration.
I'm going to make you pay 2 mana for this.
So that hits the bin. Ash Zealot comes in, drops Dane down to 12, but again, he's got to be pretty content with where he is, and he draws the Sphinx's Revelation.
But he's stuck on 5 lands.
Yeah. And I think at this point, too, I wouldn't do it in the main phase. I would wait to the end of Jason's turn, because you don't need the land this turn, you need it next turn to cast the Elspeth.
And you also give him pause for holding up counterspell mana.
Yeah, but it looked like the way he was separating his mana out, and we do know that Dane is prone to telegraphing the cards he has in his hand based on the piles of mana he arranges. Looked like he was thinking about firing it off in his main phase to find that land, but I think he probably came to the same realization, which is if you're tapping out, you don't need that 6th land this turn anyway, so might as well leave your
Burning-Tree into
Sphere. Lightning strike you.
That's the big deal. That guy's a shyster.
Revelation for 2.
I'll tell you about him. I'll tell you something later.
Strikes him again in response to the Revelation for 2.
So puts him down to 6.
After it resolves Sphinx's Revelation.
So Jason, his deck has not disappointed in terms of business off the top. And Dane, despite drawing 1 million cards and having answers to a lot of the threats Jason's put on board, has not really stabilized by any means yet here.
Yeah.
And here comes the stabilize.
In the Elspeth?
Yeah.
Elspeth is fine, but to do that he's going to have to tap out. Jason's got 4 mana in a card in hand. He can very well just untap double Lightning Strike. Now it's obviously going to be very unlikely, but it is definitely something that could happen.
It is possible.
Untap Phoenix Shock You was also...
So here comes the Elspeth. We're going to make some blockers here, effectively negating the ground attacks from Jason so far. Has Jason played Mutavaults?
Yes.
He's played 2, 3?
I'm pretty sure it's 3.
3 copies of
I helped him
Mutavaults.
build his deck last night.
No, Jason's playing 3. So that's the correct block. You chop the Zealot for a turn. Get rid of the Burning-Tree.
And there's an end of turn Boros Reckoner.
Oh, we forgot about the key card in the deck, the Fanatic Amogus.
Mm-hmm. Fanatic at this point is lethal.
Yeah,
Very lethal.
It will not resolve because, first of all, D-Sphere is going to take out the Reckoner. Second of all, Dane does have a Syncopate in his hand.
I just think it's funny that there's a difference between lethal and very lethal.
So Jason playing off the top, he does find a copy of his Mutavault. We're going to serve in here with the Ash Zealot. And you might as well just jump out. You can't trade in combat with it. And Elspeth?
Well, you can't triple block it.
Yeah, triple block wouldn't work either.
Next turn, he can pentablock it.
That was 17. Moving on to 18, we had correct.
What are these cards that he's putting into play?
Pokemon tokens,
19,
which I am a big proponent of, if anybody knows me.
Yeah, what's wrong with you guys?
Alright, number 20.
What's the deal, man?
I enjoyed my childhood, Garrett. That's what's wrong with me.
I still play Pokemon games.
So Jason draws another Ash Zealot off the top. So this makes if this resolves, it is a little bit at least inconvenient for Dane. Essence Scatter going to answer. We're going to animate a Mutavault and attack in here.
Yeah.
Well, this is actually not bad because it at least saves your Ash Zealot.
It's going to be best of 3. You can manually, the radial buttons don't do that. You have to actually, for a 1/1/1, you have to click 1/1/1. Right. And you can click draw 1. The way you actually key an ID is 0/0/3.
More tokens coming into play.
If you do a 0/0, it's fine.
So the only way Jason can win
There's
here,
a Purphoros,
Purphoros off the top.
which is a creature. He's getting syncopated, but Purphoros can be essence scatter.
It can be.
So,
It can always be essence scattered. It can never be negated.
another way this comes into play, a friendly 7. The way
You can be
do that
swan
efficiently
songed.
is to draw the game with At the Shards of Alara Purges, myself and another...
That's a card I'm surprised hasn't showed up
2/1/4
as a 1 or 2 of in the sideboards.
And Azorius Charm puts Jason's last threat back on the top of his deck, so Dane's going to be able to start attacking here.
Yeah, Dane's just going through the motions. That Elspeth is very close to...
That's something...
Well, it's on Ultimate now, but I think you... is it -8 to Ultimate?
It's -7.
Okay, so he's going to Ultimate this turn.
Does he have 1 or 2 Mutavaults? Or no Mutavaults?
He has no Mutavaults in him.
Mutavaults to play. 2 Mutavaults would be lethal here.
Well, actually, I think you attack in here with everything and make 3 more guys and then Ultimate next turn.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Keep that Elspeth in play. Why not?
Well, I think he can Ultimate it and still keep it in play, and that's... Well, he's decided to make the emblem here. But I think I might leave some guys back simply to block.
He hasn't yet.
But I think if you're going to do that, you might as well just attack with everybody.
Yeah.
And then just make 3 more guys and attack for lethal next turn. It's an embarrassment of riches. I don't think it really matters, but I think that's what I would do.
I mean, you're an Ash Zealot. If only we knew about that card.
Sphinx's Revelation for 1. Well,
1 billion,
uh-oh.
essentially.
Someone screwed up the life counter. Let's see if they figure out how to fix it. You click that white circle. Click that white circle. Click that white circle.
If we put this on the roll on 20, it'll help.
Click that white circle.
Yeah.
Click that white circle.
Oh,
He clicked the black one. Well, we'll make do with the black one for now. So we move into the sideboards here. Dane Looman winning game 1 yet again here. Didn't he win game 1 in all the other 2 matches as well?
Yes.
I know that Jason's bringing in 3 Dragon and 3 Skullcracks.
Yeah, so let's look at the sideboards here. We've looked at Dane's deck list before. The cards he's bringing in seem pretty obvious. 2 copies of Last Breath and 3 copies of Yoked Ox, as his deck is basically built for this matchup in the main deck. So he's just going to bring in some more removal and some walls, and then
he's got 3 pithing. Jason has 3 pithing needles in the sideboard. I don't know if this is the match that he wants those.
I don't think you do. I don't think you win the game by needling planeswalkers. I think you just bring in the hammer, and you bring in the dragons.
He does have 8 cards that you can bring in.
And you bring in the Skullcracks. Now, is Jason the kind of guy that brings in the Burning Earth against the blue-white deck?
No.
Okay.
Actually set up his sideboard scheme, and he might have changed it since then, but obviously didn't know that Dane had Yoked Ox, but the Mizzium Mortars were coming out, and the 2 Purphoroses, I didn't like them in this matchup for the Dragons and 3 Skullcracks.
Okay. So he's bringing out 5 cards, which, he just, no, it looks like 6 cards maybe. I thought he set up 5 cards. but it looks like he's setting out 6 cards. So that's probably the. Is he looking at the notes that you made for him previously?
Maybe.
I mean, the sideboarding guides are not.
You can't write them down.
Those are very much legal in the game of Magic.
Yes.
If you'll remember, a very famous instance of this in Pro Tour San Diego, I believe it was, when Luis Vargas very famously went 15-0 through the Swiss of that Shards Block Standard tournament with with Boss Naya. He in the quarterfinals, which he also won in game 2, he pulled out a piece of paper where he had written down his sideboarding plan and pulled it out. So even the best player in the world, at least at that point, that was the year that LZ couldn't lose anything.
Did you actually hear? I haven't seen it yet, but apparently a website has set up an actual Magic the Gathering Pro Top 25.
Yeah, it's
the website that did that is Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, it's dailymtg.com.
Was it really?
Yes.
I didn't know. I just saw it on Facebook link.
Mm-hmm. It is basically what it measures is the amount of pro points that players have entered won since the versus how many points have been available.
Okay.
So it's going to heavily rank players that have done well in recent years and people who have played more in recent months. But Wizards has also been very open about saying how this is in no way ranking who's the best player in the world. It's simply
because everybody knows it's Finkel.
Well, everybody knows. First of all, everyone knows it's subjective and no one cares. It's amazed me the number of pros who have just gotten really pissed off about it,
Right.
as if it, we've got to fix a system so Owen Turtenwald could be the #1 player in the world. Well, who cares?
Yeah. Owen Turtenwald cares.
Yes.
And everybody knows what Owen doesn't get. Owen wants.
Can I sneak out that way or one of these ways here? Because I've got other phone real quick, guys. So
My crowd's way. It's
You
not
can-
much better than mine. Are we still live?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know how to do the live count.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Oh, wait, yeah, I do. I do know how to do the live count. It's right up here.
You change that and then you have to save it.
Hit enter.
No. If you hit enter, it'll make a break. File save. Just like you save any other document. Once you save it, it updates. We didn't talk about the sideboarding for the blue-white.
Yeah.
Brings in 2 Lost Breath, 3 Yoked Ox.
What is that?
And 1 Ratchet Bomb.
Aetherling.
Yeah. So he's bringing in at most 6 cards. I don't know.
What is...
Glare of Heresy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. He did leave in Syncopates on the draw in his quarterfinals game. So he could easily do that again here.
This makes me feel a lot better about my handwriting.
Yes. Yes.
Because I at least know to cross my T's.
For those at home, we're needling Dane Looman right now because some of his words aren't even spelled out all the way.
Which is fine as long as you can understand it, but sometimes that is hard.
Kinda. I mean, I've seen match losses be given because someone wrote down Sorin.
Yeah.
On there. Whenever Sorin Lord of Innistrad is the only planeswalker you could legally play, someone wrote down Sorin, game loss.
I mean, there are definitely ways to get around it.
That's not the case here.
Yeah.
But
You can't be punished for just bad handwriting.
we do have the last card written down was Robert ampersand.
Yeah. Robur. That's not a T. Robur ampersand. Maybe that's an inside Morgantown joke.
Maybe. They're not allowed to say bomb up in Morgantown.
Yeah.
Have at it.
Yeah. Maybe that should be Ratchet Burning Couches.
Alright, yeah.
Alright, we're off. Jason's on the play with a mountain.
Looks like we both keep 7. Mountain. I guess the deck doesn't have too many 1-drops on this one.
Burning-Tree Emissary into a Magma Jet.
Jet U. Kept both top, flip them around. That could be
Control.
a sign of missing lands or needing a certain key spell. Ash Zealot, is this resolving? plays the mountain first.
His resolves, and then
very
it gets...
aware. He's
That's
very aware of
last breath,
Syncopate.
right?
He played the mountain first. That is last... What is that card called? Yeah, last breath. Exile target creature with power 2 or less, gain 4 life. The player that you do it to gains 4 life. Oh no.
I don't remember hitting anything else. Okay, so Jason's up to 24.
As we figure this out, Jason just keeps piling. Okay, we need to go get Zach now.
I didn't press any buttons.
I know. We just need to go get Zach now.
Okay.
You stay here.
Okay. Technical difficulties. Okay. Fine.
Oh, what happened?
I was entering life totals in it.
We're back. We got it. Sorry, I had to make a phone call. Oh.
I'm gonna have to double check on that. But I think it's gonna be, yeah.
So it looks like we haven't missed much.
No. 12 to 24.
More counter spells and that same Burning-Tree Emissary.
But Jace is on the board.
Jason on the board, assuming that he's ticked up, even though he's not dead.
And again, the layers of fortune for most part is going to be
I don't know what they're discussing here.
We're either talking about dinner plans or discussing something to the judge.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that one's just going to be memorization. You are on Magma Jet 7, yeah? Okay. You say, make sure you're on there, you say never same up so you can keep in touch with the rest of the Dutch community. They have a great goal scoring thing.
So what have I missed here, Mike Rob?
That is what happened to me.
Okay. No problem.
Well, Jason started off with a Burning-Tree into Magma Jet, sculpting his draws, which is pretty good. Dane started off with a Last Breath. That's why Jason's at 24. And it seems just like Jason has launched nothing but burn at his face since then.
So we're getting some instances here, where we're backing up.
Does he have... He does not have the white mana to play Supreme Verdict. So that was caught by the judge. Good eyes, judge.
So we just back up to that point if we can. We know what card was on the top of Jason's deck, so he puts it back.
Yeah, it has not been a full cycle turn, so you can back up.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the judge's ruling.
Alright. So I'm not sure if they're asking...
What we're doing right now.
Is it he couldn't cast the verdict?
He cannot cast the verdict. It's not too far ahead to issue a backup. However, we do have to bring a head judge over for anytime he's back
Okay.
in.
Yeah, so we're just getting the head judge of the tournament, the L2, to go over there and sort it out.
Yes.
But more than likely, the creatures come back. Dane,
He
we
gets
back
a
up.
warning. There's no game loss for this.
Right. But you back up to Dane's turn. Dane can then do whatever he wants in his main phase with his mana, but the creatures are back.
Huh? It should be said that if it happens again, it is a game loss.
Yeah, you can't do the same thing. And it would also be worth noting that this is clearly just
a misplay.
A mix 'em up, because that happens more frequently than not. Obviously not good that it was caught, and keep everybody honest here. So we see a
This doesn't sound good.
Yeah, Chandra's Phoenix
That's
promo.
okay. I've only been back in this 3 months.
9 to 11.
Let's go through it. I will stop you if I want to do something, and you stop me if you have a question.
So there's the missing plans that we had. So you better come back there.
That will work this time. We're going to go ahead and tick up Jace, Architect of Thought. So there's a Mutavault, so if we have a burn spell, we can buy back our Phoenix. There's a Skullcrack that's going to do it, and we're going to get the Phoenix back. And so when it's all said and done, Dane's going to be at 4. Should be.
The reason why is so that I have a chance to cast stuff.
I don't know why it's setting up hotkeys here.
I say, okay, I'm going to block with these two guys. At that point, before I know that this is going to be
We're digging for an answer here.
He's at.
The reason for that is now I know
I'm confused why his life total is set at 6.
Life totals could easily not just been updated on the
Yeah. At worst, he's at 5 because of the Jace activation. But, and when you get 3 lands, hey, I guess the Mutavault doesn't matter.
So just take.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, just taking the bigger pile there, because the Mutavault is somewhat irrelevant at this point, with already one Mutavault on board.
It is another person who's been updating his life totals is Table Judge Joel. Or level 1 Judge Joel.
Yeah, as a newly minted level 1 judge.
And also sitting there as Table Judge. So we got a good spot now.
Maybe the Chandra attacked the Jace, and that's...
That could easily have been one.
That's definitely a possibility here. So we're starting with Mutavault. Looks like it's going to meet a... Oh no, it's just going to... Well, before blockers, we're going to Magma Jet there. Then we're going to resolve the Scry portion of the Magma Jet.
It's not to Scry. You don't take damage.
Let's see if this is going to... Yep, changed every time. I don't know what...
You left us alone.
I did leave you alone. So we're going to have to just... This is what I'm going to do. Because of these technical difficulties, rather than try and sort it out on the fly and keep going in and out, we're just going to keep track on the... life total on the phone.
It hurts my heart.
Well, today's been a shambles anyway, so I'm not...
This is going to be a dragon, it looks like.
And that's going to meet a dissolve.
Dissolve on the draw seems very bad, and...
Been working out.
I
understand what you're saying.
It's better than the Syncopate.
That is true.
I don't think he's got enough cards to bring into... I'd be curious to see what he's cutting. So the Aetherling, is that what he took?
Dissolve. There's a dissolve.
So we know whatever Jason's casting isn't going to get there. We know the Mutavault's going to attack in for 2 at a minimum, which is more than likely going to be dealt with by some kind of Azorius Charm, Celestial Flare, something like that. And there is a Celestial Flare. So Mutavault goes away. And what is the follow-up? We know it's going to get dissolved. It's just a lightning strike.
And you have to dissolve it.
He bottomed the last Scry. I'll see if he keeps this one. This has to be a removal spell.
At this point, Dane, he's already used at least 2 dissolves since I've been here. So I don't know if he's used one earlier in the round or...
He used the Syncopate.
So if it's not a counterspell, I think you have to push it. Because he's at 4 life with no clear way of winning the game on the board currently. I think you just... just pray you can draw enough counterspells to keep Jason level. So there's a Syncopate, a snap split and a snap take from Dane on that one. So Dane,
these Jace honestly has been pretty crappy for him.
Well, we have mentioned he's used a lot of his run good in previous matchups. Not to say that he's gotten here by just pure luck, but.
Untap, draw, pass.
Tick up my Jace, save the Elspeth, and there's a Mutavault. So probably the best card Jason could draw, as that is a 4-turn clock at this point, I guess.
Oh, we just found a revelation.
There we see a revelation. So this game's likely over. Dane Looman very close now.
He does have 1 card left in his hand, which could very possibly be a Skullcrack.
It'll be interesting to see if Dane pulls the trigger on that Sphinx's revelation, or if he plays around Skullcrack. We know Jason's already used 1 this game, hasn't he?
I actually talked to Dane.
That sounds like a Sean Fanatic.
There's a Magus Fanatic. Yep, that's what it's come to at this point. Fanatic of Magus, rather.
several different ways.
I'm going to attack you with my Mutavault.
Oh, and he has a Celestial Flare. Dane just...
What is it like that draw?
All the outs.
Oh, I still had all these. He's still got an Azorius Charm up, too.
And a Sphinx's Revelation.
Oh, yeah, obviously, the Sphinx's Revelation is the best thing he could possibly have there. It draws another Charm. So just an embarrassment of riches for Dane here. Still short of a way to win the game. He does have an Elspeth in hand, but unwilling to cast that. And while Jason is tapped out, very smartly going ahead and fire off the Sphinx's Revelation.
Yep, go ahead and fire it off, get another land drop out of it.
The reason why is that the players in particular paradigms, the first one
I think the red decks have an issue with the blue-white matchup in general.
Well, I've watched enough of it today to realize they can't be anywhere close to a favorite. Here's another dragon. It's going to hit. It's going to go ahead and knock Dane down to 5. We know there's an infinite amount of Azorius Charms in
Can't be charmed.
Cannot be charmed.
It is pro-white, so this will be interesting to see. We need it needs a verdict here.
Slung out here yet. I'm assuming we're going to see one.
Well, he's having 4 mana, so I can only imagine. There's the verdict. Is that the second dragon we've seen?
That is the second dragon.
I can't be surprised at this. I honestly think that was the first verdict cast.
I know he cast one earlier in the game, didn't he? Or was that last game when he cast when he got the Zealot with it?
Yeah, that was the last game.
There's an Ash Zealot. Syncopate for enough. Syncopate for all of your mana. Yeah, it is. He had just enough for that to be good.
That's planned. He planned it that way.
Well, to be fair, the Ash Zealot is the only card. Well, no, I guess he's not playing 1-drops though. And if it wasn't over before this, it's definitely over now, as a Sphinx's Revelation for 7 is going to draw Dane. It's going to time twister here. And 12 is his final life total. So 3 turns, even if Jason draws the last dragon in his deck.
Number 12, you marked B. Oh yes, the Red Sun's the question. All right, we're 1 for 3 on that one. 13, Mid-Bash Protector, you said A.
It's hard to play.
Best tribes.
The shuffles and exiles.
Alright, so Dane now has to discard probably at least 6 cards here, based on his draw 7 last turn.
Draw an opening hand?
Or is those the cards he's keeping, I guess. Yeah, so he kept the cards he placed down. There's a lightning strike while Dane's tapped out, so Jason's hoping that, there's no, obviously, the finals of the state tournament, there's no point in packing it in here.
I mean, Jason is still at 24 life, and Dane still does not have an...
He has an Elspeth. He's had an Elspeth in his hand for basically the entire game. Well, no, Aetherling will close the game out a lot quicker. In 3 turns, to be exact. Here's a Reckoner. No, a Chandra's Phoenix. It's going to get Essence scattered.
At this point, you're just going through the motions.
So for as much for about for like forecasting his spells, Dane has done very well with actual technical play. As you saw there, like he separates all of his blue mana over and then places Aetherling, not leaving up any just mono white colors. Even though technically he doesn't have to do that. There's no way that with 2 cards left in hand that he's going to have a need to blink it 3 times. Just very, very sound play from what is
and there you have it.
2013 state champion.
So Dane Looman makes the trip down from Morgantown and takes down the finals with his blue-white control deck, running roughshod through the red decks. Jason still had all these packs, so it's been not a bad day for him either.
Yeah, definitely. When you win a box, it's never a bad day.
No, not a bad day. So congratulations to Dane Looman. He wins the title this year.
Why Morgantown?
Take it back to
That's all I ask.
Why Morgantown? They came down here in force. They were co-sponsoring the event. And Dane took it down. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to 4 Horsemen Comics and Gaming up in Morgantown. And that's going to be it from us. So apologies in advance or I guess retroactively for the... Well, this has not been a great day in terms of the history of my stream. in terms of all the technical difficulties we've had, but it has been a pretty good spot to be in. So thanks to everyone who came down here. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next week at F&M.
Next week is also the Pro Tour, isn't it?